What's going on, guys? It's EasyProsGaming. This is a special video. This is the DLC Easter egg for the Citadelle Des Morts. So let's get right into it. First step is we need to open Pack-a-Punch up. If you don't know how to do that, pay attention. We're going to get enough points to open up the door for the nature path, make your way up the trail, open up this door right here to the castle front. Once you're over here, we're going to come up to this ledge right here, jump up, and there's going to be another door to the left. Get enough points when you can, go all the way around to the top. There's going to be a cannon that you need to interact with. Aim the cannon, and then go behind it, interact, and fire it, and it'll open up the door to the actual castle. Once you're inside, stick to the left. This is going to be the stamina up room, and then open up the door right next to stamina up. Come down here to this underground area with this large pool of water, and then you're going to open up this other door, and this is the Pack-a-Punch room. But what you need to do is go to this container, shoot all 3 locks, a boss will come out, kill it, and then you're going to grab this red crystal that it drops. Grab the crystal, bring it back to this red portal, and Pack-a-Punch will be unlocked. Next, we're going to go back to the main room in the castle, open up this door or the one right below it, and this is going to be the night chamber. There's going to be 4 statues for 4 swords. Move past them, open up this door, go down the stairs, and we're going to look for Quick Revive. If you hang a right, it'll be right here. Behind Quick Revive is going to be this little jail cell. Just interact, talk to this gentleman, let him speak his dialogue, and now you can perform the Easter egg. We need to just get enough points to round 10, get all the perks you can, open up the doors, and we're going to look for these zombies that have buckets on their head. They're going to drop stamps. Take the stamps to the knight's chamber. Every stamp unlocks a sword from each knight. So right here, there's the Raven Knight, and right here is the Lion Knight. Start with the Lion Knight, just interact, grab the sword, and this is the next step. So you're going to have these little parasites flying around that are golden. Swipe at them with the sword, and if you see the sword is now charged, make your way down this path past Speed Cola, and we're going to go to this door right here. Swing at it. You need to do this 4 times. Interact with it. Once you do, insert your sword, and you're going to be in this little chamber. Now you're going to insert your sword in this pedestal, and what you need to do is shoot these symbols on the pedestal. So this one was a circle. Now the snowflake, shoot the snowflake right here, and then once you shoot that one, do the next one, which was triangle for me, and then a half circle, and then once you complete all of it, you can get the sword from the pedestal. Idolize also works because zombies spawn in there. Take your sword back to the knight's chamber and give it back to the knights. Keep in mind, once you collect all the stamps, you can unlock all the swords one by one. However, the next one we're going to do in this process is the Stag sword or electric sword. So before you do that, go to an arsenal, buy dead wire for whichever weapon you have. You're going to come over here down to Speed Cola again, look at this antenna, and then shoot this electrical panel. It's going to drop the lightning rod. You need 3. That's the first one. Second one is by Deadshot Daiquiri on the nature path, just chilling right there. And the last one, eventually you'll find once you kill a bunch of zombies, they will drop it. So now that we have all 3, let's go ahead and get the sword, and we're gonna go to this area, follow this way. Make your way past Elemental Pop to this cauldron, insert all the lightning rods, and you will begin the process to charge the sword. What you're going to do is run around, wait for the lightning to strike your sword, and you're going to swipe the cauldron. Do that 3 times, and then grab the sword, and let's return back to the knight's chamber and give it back to the knights. Once you give it back, let's focus on the Raven sword next, this one right here. And what we're going to do is we're going to run in this room right next to the knight's chamber, and you're going to look for 1 artifact. It could be from 5 different types, but for me, it's this vulture head right here. But it's in that room. It could be on the bookshelf or the table. Once you collect that artifact, head back to spawn, insert it into this wheel, and then we're going to match it to the specific artifact, what it requires it to be spun to. As you can see in this photo, I have the triangle, the number 2. So that's what I'm going to spin it to, and pause the video if you need to. But once you do complete it, it's going to shoot out these orbs, and these orbs are going to follow you, and they do explode on impact. So they're going to try to follow you, but you're going to need to guide them into this little portal into the ground. So once you do that, it's going to shoot out another orb. Just go upstairs and look for the next path, or the next portal, I should say. And then once that completes, it's going to shoot another one, probably upstairs, next to this pool table. And you're just going to let it do its thing, follow it back to the spinning wheel. And now the Raven Sword is charged and complete. Grab the Raven Sword and let's head back to the Knight's Chamber. Insert it to the Knight. And the last one that we're going to do is the Fire Sword right here. All you need to do is go up to the dragon, insert the sword, and we're going to look for 3 cauldrons on fire. The first is right next to the cannon. Make your way towards the top, interact with it, and you will be on fire. You will take damage. To undo the damage, melee the purple zombies on the way there. The next one is at spawn. You're going to do the same thing, interact, you will be on fire, and you will see zombies with purple glowing eyes. All you need to do is just punch them, and then you will recover your health back. Our last one is right here outside spawn on the nature path. Don't forget to punch, and you will recover your health. Make your way towards the dragon, and now the fire sword is charged. Return it, and we will move on to the next step. And we're going to collect 4 ritual items. The first being by Deadshot Daiquiri in this barn. This horseshoe on the wall, shoot it down, and now just pick it up. We're going to go to the cannon, go inside the cannon, allow yourself to be shot across the map, and this horseshoe is actually going to be electrified by this lightning bolt right there. Come down, and you're going to look in the sky for a dark cloud, and that's where you can locate the horseshoe. Now let's charge up the horseshoe with souls. Go to spawn, there's going to be a golden symbol, insert the horseshoe, collect enough souls to charge it, and you know you're done whenever you see the chest pop up. Now our next artifact, let's go back to the cannon, and we're going to use Molotovs. We're going to throw it at 3 separate debris, the first being right here next to this radio tower. The second one is going to be right here above the doorway. And our last one, if you just come down the steps next to this oil trap, the last one will be right there. Now, once you do, some souls will come out of all 3 and a boss will spawn. Once you kill him, he'll drop our next ritual item, the Ankh. All you need to do is place it down in the golden symbol right here on the ground. Collect souls by killing zombies. And you know you're done whenever you see the chest pop up. Our next ritual item is going to be the brooch. Go head back to the Knight's Chamber, and you'll see this crystal just hanging right above that perk. Shoot it, and it's going to shoot this faint beam of light. All you need to do is shoot it at different angles to adjust the path of the light. So if you just keep shooting it from different angles, that will now turn solid, and you just continue on the path. Eventually you will go to this room, and once you shoot the last one, it'll show the last item we need, the brooch. Grab it, and right here, hang a right, and we're going to place it down, and we're going to collect souls in the Knight's Chamber. We know it's done whenever you see the chest pop up and the grandiose explosion. Next, we're going to focus on our next artifact. Head down to Pack-a-Punch and unlock this cave. You're going to look for a raven. It's going to be at the very end to the right here. Shoot it, and now it's going to fly out and just start immediately shooting it in the air. And once you do shoot it, it's going to drop this Raven Talon. Take the Raven Talon, and we're going to go to the underground area with the large body of water, and we're going to do the same thing like we've always done. Collect souls and wait for the box to turn up. So once you complete that step in that same room off to the wall, you're going to want to use Melee Macchiato to expose this keypad, if you will. These symbols we're going to find in the bar. We're going to head back up, go to spawn, and there's going to be this bar with 6 different jugs labeled 1 through 6. Hold the interact button and write down on a piece of paper for every number what symbol that is. One next to the pool table, and the other ones are all on tables in these locations that I show you. Once you find all of them, head back down to that room, and we're going to, in order from 1 through 6, shoot all the symbols. They're going to change every so often, and just do your best, and a book is going to appear, and we need to collect 4 pages. If you go back up to the stamina up room, you'll find each page, come back down, and just insert it in the book. It might be on a ledge, it might be on a table, or a bed, or another ledge. Eventually, you will find all 4 and just return down and install them. Now, pay attention. From top left, it's going to be 1. Bottom left page is going to be 2. Top right is going to be 3. And bottom right is going to be 4. You're going to want to activate these traps in order, and my first trap is going to be right here in the pack-a-punch room, an eye with a circle in it. That was number 1 for me. All you need to do is get a few kills in these traps, and then it'll collect the souls for whatever reason. And then the second one for me was the eye with the cross, and again I collected souls. My third one was this one, and then my fourth one was this one. And once you complete the sequence of those eyes, you're going to head back to the stairwell next to stamina up, and it's going to show you in order from 1, 2, 3, and 4 to what elements you need to use. So I'm going to start with my fire sword, and I'm going to take my fire sword, and I'm going to go to that box that we originally had pop up once we completed the ritual item. You're going to open it with the sword and interact, and you're going to grab this incantation. All you need to do is use the incantation by using your tactical button, and you're going to punch it and then emote, and once you do that, the knight will salute to you. And once he salutes to you, that's when you know you've done it right, and he'll be glowing. Give him the sword back, and let's focus on our next sword. The next sword I used was the lion. That was the sequence for me. I hit the box, grab the incantation, then use your tactical button to hit it with the incantation, and then emote. Once you emote, he'll salute you, and he'll be glowing. Return the sword back to his arms, and let's focus on our next one, the Raven Sword. Grab the sword, and let's head underground. That's where we completed the soul quest. Hit the box, grab the dark incantation, head back up to the knight's chamber, use the incantation, then of course emote, he'll salute you, and return the sword. Our next one was the electric sword. We're going to head back to the spawn area where we collected souls, and then punch it with the incantation, he'll salute, and then you just give him the sword. Now that we have all 4, a mystic orb is going to appear from all the statues. Just grab this item right in the middle, and we're going to have to charge this mystic orb. It's a lot of charging, it's a process, but I started with the underground area, and to use the Raven Sword to charge it, you have to use a special ability for souls to actually count. So you can use the Dark Incantation, or you can use the sword special ability once it's charged, like such. And you'll see these red souls head right into the mystic orb. You know it's complete when you see a red shockwave or such part takes, and then you can grab the mystic orb and you can head on to the next one. So the next one I did was the fire sword. If you come over here, insert the mystic orb right there, and all you have to do is either throw molotovs, your fire incantation, or your sword special ability. It will count towards the souls. And you know you've done it right once you see a red shockwave again. That means the mystic orb is charged and ready to go. Grab the mystic orb, and we're going to head to our next item. We're going to need the electric sword. Grab it from the chamber, then grab the orb, place it in this slot, and pretty much do the same thing. Gather the souls. You need to use the electric incantations or the sword ability in order for the mystic orb to actually be charged. And of course, you'll know when it's done when you see a red shockwave. Finally, our last sword is the light sword. Place the orb on the second floor in that pedestal, and then we are going to just run into these larger green glowing orbs. That'll charge the mystic orb, and once it's complete, you will see a red shockwave as usual. And we are going to grab the orb and head down the stairwell past stamina up. Place it into the slots and wait for the wall to open up. all the symbols will gray out and the wall will start to shift. Walk inside and you'll notice a red canister of sorts activated, and it'll play this little dialogue, cutscene, whatever you want to call it. And once you listen to what he has to say, he's going to disappear. You're going to grab that red canister and you're going to head back to spawn. So grab the canister and just place it in front of the statue at spawn, and make sure you have your armor, your weapons, everything upgraded, and prepare for the final boss fight. It's going to be 3 rounds of increasing more difficulty, but you're going to want to shoot the shrouds or armor that he has to expose his weak points, and that way you can really do some more damage. But that's it, guys. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, maybe subscribe. I really appreciate it, and I will see you guys on the next one.